before the second. That means if we get rain at halftime, it's an official show because we've gone halfway through.
We've checked with the weather station. It's not going to rain at Cayuga.
I'll take your word for it. As the trucks move away, and there right off the bat, you're getting an idea of some of the smoke that emits from some of these vehicles, and that's a bit different than some of the cars that we're used to here at Cayuga. And as an old trucker from Ransomville, New York, told me, if they don't smoke, they don't run. And they certainly do a lot of smoking out here.
Yeah, the smoke will tell you, Eric, exactly when the driver is punching that loud pedal, too. So for those of you who are not sure how to get one of these big rigs around this track, watch for the telltale smoke.
One thing about the smoke, too, there isn't a mosquito alive within 10 miles of this racetrack. There's a look at Bill Bendel in the 42. It's a great-looking field as they're closing up all the holes. Randy Slack in truck number 3 out of York, Ontario, brings them down. We've got green flags, and we're off and racing at the Big Rig 150 here at Cayuga on Raceline. Everyone getting through nice and clean. No problem so far. Big clouds of smoke. It's got to be tough to see down on that pack.
Just did my math, Eric. We're looking at about 28,000 horsepower when those guys punch the loud pedal down.
Use your calculator with that one? That's pretty good. Randy Slack, Great American Truck Race points leader, heading into our event. Not having any problems. You hear the shoulders of those tires just trying to squeal as they just start to break away in the corners.
The tremendous strain that's placed on those tires is just unbelievable, and we'll have to watch how the event goes because these fellas actually prefer a caution every once in a while to give them a chance to cool those tires down.
Right down by the wall. Here they come for you. Quite obvious by the sound that these diesels are not turning the normal RPM of a truck you may pass on the highway.
Look for these machines coming in at about 32 to 3,400 RPM, with the top tuners maybe up around 36, Eric.
So with about 9 to 1,100 horsepower, what does your calculator say as far as average speed or top speed goes?
We're looking at 90 miles an hour at the end of the back stretch, just about here on the camera.
And you're looking at the Dynamax Monroe Revell Sony Handycam in the cockpit of Bill Bendel's number 42. This is what it looks like out the front windshield as we head down the back stretch. Bendel holding his line, driving about the middle groove at this point. There's Dick Murtaugh, truck number 33. He started at the back of the pack, but he's starting to pick up positions and pick up trucks already.
You can hear the sound of the tires as they go into the corners, Eric. They're almost just crying out in pain from the weight of these vehicles and trying to stick them to this surface.
Murtaugh is gaining lots of ground here, trying to get by another back marker. Drops it down low to the middle groove. Slower truck. Holding his line, Murtaugh tucks it in, hammers that throttle. Where did he go? All kinds of smoke out of Murtaugh's number 33. And he picks himself up another position. He is moving. You're back with the leader, Randy Slack in truck number 3. And he's starting to pass back markers already. Back in the pack, there's a look at Randy Slack's teammate in truck number 5 from Orlando, Florida. 89 defending Great American Truck Race points champion E.J. Utley in the other Chevron Dillo Oil entry. Always kind of curious on how teammates would work together in the Great American Truck Race. Had a chance a little earlier on to talk to E.J. about how he works with Randy Slack and how they get together.
Well, you know, we're planning our strategy as we go along, but the main thing right now is to be competitive during the race and be running at the end, and I'm sure Randy's thinking the same thing, and hopefully we can run right up front there 1 and 2, and hopefully me 1 and him 2, but he's probably got other ideas.
E.J. Utley and Randy Slack running together, but it's Randy who's running up front.
Eric, the black flag's been thrown right now, and word from the race director is it's thrown at E.J. Utley. He is leaking some fluid.
This is a look from the Sony Dynamax Monroe Revell Handycam from the right side nerf bar of Randy Slack's machine as he makes his way down the back stretch. A tough break here for EJ. He's got some leaking fluid someplace. He's going to have to bring it in and have it looked at.
Eric, he's resisting the official's call at this point, and I'm sure he'll be on his radio to the crew chief telling them to have a look at this vehicle and not come in if he can avoid it.
Looks at this point from our vantage that it's coming out somewhere around the radiator. It might just be the spill. We're not exactly sure. But he's going to have to come in sooner or later. That black flag continuing to be displayed and shown to E.J. Utley in truck number 5 as we're watching Randy Slack just holding his line and moving very, very smoothly through the field. Here's E.J. into the pits. Once he brings this truck to a stop, we're going to try and grab him on the radio here and see what the problem